The United States and Iran are once again facing a major escalation, and the latest developments are raising serious questions about what could happen next. After days of uncertainty, military threats, and hopes for diplomacy, the situation has taken a dramatic turn. The United States has confirmed a new wave of military strikes inside Iran. The operation comes after a series of attacks and counterattacks that have pushed tensions between Washington and Tehran to another dangerous level. According to U.S. officials, the latest strikes focused on military facilities and sites connected to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The targets reportedly included command centers, missile and drone facilities, coastal surveillance positions, and other military infrastructure. For people watching this conflict from outside the region, one question immediately comes to mind. Why has the situation escalated again? To understand that, we have to look at what happened before the latest strikes. In recent days, there had been growing hopes that diplomacy could prevent the conflict from becoming even larger. President Donald Trump had indicated that there was a possibility of progress in discussions with Iran. Diplomatic channels were still open, and negotiators were attempting to address some of the most difficult issues between the two countries. But at the same time, military tensions continued to rise. Iran launched ballistic missiles toward U.S. military positions in the Middle East. U.S. officials said that American defensive systems intercepted the incoming missiles and that the attacks did not produce the results Iran was seeking. Washington then warned that there would be consequences. And now, the United States has carried out another major military operation. The latest strikes are important because they show that the conflict has not returned to diplomacy alone. Military pressure remains a central part of the strategy. But there is another issue that could affect people far beyond Iran and the United States. That issue is the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's most important energy shipping routes. Every day, large oil tankers and other commercial vessels pass through this narrow waterway between Iran and the Arabian Peninsula. Because of its importance to global energy supplies, any serious disruption in the Strait of Hormuz can quickly create uncertainty in international markets. And that is exactly what investors are watching right now. Oil prices have already reacted to the latest developments. When traders fear that military tensions could interfere with energy shipments, oil prices can rise because markets begin pricing in the possibility of tighter supplies. Higher oil prices can eventually affect transportation, manufacturing, and household expenses. For American consumers, that could mean higher costs for gasoline and other products if the disruption becomes prolonged. But there is an important point to remember. A military escalation does not automatically mean that oil supplies will be disrupted. Markets are watching the actual movement of oil tankers, shipping routes, and production levels. If energy shipments continue normally, the economic impact could remain limited. If the situation spreads and commercial shipping becomes more difficult, however, the consequences could become much more serious. And this is why the Strait of Hormuz has become one of the most closely watched parts of the entire crisis. There is also a major diplomatic question. Can the United States and Iran still return to negotiations? The answer is unclear. Both sides have strong demands, and neither government appears willing to simply back down. Washington wants to maintain pressure on Iran and prevent further attacks on U.S. forces and regional partners. Iran, meanwhile, has continued to reject certain U.S. demands and has made clear that it does not want to surrender its strategic position. This creates a dangerous cycle. One side launches an attack, the other side responds. The response creates another threat, and that threat can lead to another military action. The longer this cycle continues, the harder it becomes for diplomats to stop it. There is also concern about the wider region. The Middle East already contains several areas where military tensions can quickly spread across borders. U.S. forces have bases and military positions in the region, while Iran has relationships with various armed groups and regional partners. That means an incident in one location can potentially create consequences somewhere else. For Washington, the challenge is balancing military pressure with the risk of a much larger conflict. For Tehran, The challenge is responding to U.S. pressure without creating conditions that could lead to an even broader confrontation. And for the rest of the world, the biggest concern is stability. Global markets do not only react to what is happening today, they also reek